What is up, guys? Triple H Guy 2004 just back here with a quick video. I decided to come on and tell my Wrestlemania 33 story. This is gonna be like a combo vid, so it's gonna be like a merch pickup, my experience at Wrestlemania 33, yeah. So and autographs that I got. So basically, I arrived on Thursday in the morning. We really didn't do anything till Thursday Access, Thursday Night Access. Me and my buddy Kevin, we decided to get a VIP to meet Enzo Amore and Big Cass, and that paid off because at that Access we met other wrestlers. Like, if you're going to WrestleMania for the first time and you're watching this vid, if you're going to New Orleans and you get a VIP, don't go to your VIP right away, because that's just dumb. Because you're guaranteed to meet them. They are going to stay there till however long they need to stay there. Because Enzo and Cass stayed till, I was there till, I want to say we didn't leave till almost 11. And they were still there when we were leaving the building, signing, and they had about 20 more people to sign. So they probably didn't get out of there till probably 11:30. So just remember that. Yeah. So I got them to sign. Oh, well, basically this is a merch pickup. I got the newest volume, WWE Encyclopedia. And I got Big Cass and Enzo to sign that. They got cool signatures. They got a real small page, so it's really small to see. And then, who else did I meet? That's later on. Sorry. I marked them. Those were the later days. So I didn't want to show you ones that are out of order. And then also that night, of course, I went to the NXT booth and met. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. That is Amber Moon right there. Ember. Sorry, I keep mispronouncing the name. And then I went back when it switched, and it was Cassius Ohno. So I had them sign the NXT page, considering both of them are newer wrestlers, and neither one of them, well, I don't know why Cassius Ohno isn't in this, considering he was already in developmental before, so he should be in this, but it doesn't make any sense. So I also met the weirdest meeting. I was supposed to meet this guy well, not supposed to, but he was supposed to be at a independent show that I went to in September when I met Cody Rhodes. But he was running for office, and he was the current tag team champions at the time, Rhino, as you can see that autograph. Okay, sorry. And I met Cesaro, and so the new #1 contenders for the tag team championship. After Raw, I also met the other half, of course, because they were signing together. It'll take me a minute to get to the page. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I met Sheamus as well. Same. These guys were really cool. I was kind of making fun of Sheamus. My buddy was like, "Why are you making fun of his cut over his eye?" I wasn't really making fun of it. I was saying it was freaking huge. I mean, it was a big gash. Impressive that the man is still. That's why I hate when people say it's fake, because you guys get real injuries, you know. So if you're watching this video, you know that. And then, what else did I get? Did I get anybody else? At that access session? No, I don't think so. Anywho, so Saturday I went to the Jim Ross show. Jim showed up in Orlando. Considering everything, he wrote it to Steven. Best wishes, Jim Ross, Class of 07. It was an honor to finally meet Jim Ross. He is my generation's best wrestling announcer of all time. Some will say Gordon Soley, but Jim Ross is the best in my book. Did I need anybody else? Oh, and then, so that was Saturday. And I think that is all in this book. I think that's all in this book that I met. Some sadly that I won't, I was looking through it and there's a lot of people in here. Sadly, I won't be able to get to meet because they have passed on, legends. They're no longer with us. And so I went to WrestleCon on Saturday, and I met a few people. Getting my stuff here. Should have brought it over. We'll start with the bad guy, Razor Ramon. I don't know if you can see that. That's in gold. Kind of hard to see on this, but it looks really cool. It's kind of hard to see on this computer. I met Razor Ramon. Razor was cool. I asked him who on the current roster he'd like to work with, and he said, what did he say? Kevin Owens. And he also said that that Bray Wyatt should have won against Taker last year. His exact words were, "Motherfucker, if you're gonna work one day a year, you might as well put a guy over." So, I also met the lovely Maria Kanellis at WrestleCon, also in gold. That comes out a little bit better. She was a sweetheart. Very nice. I met Mike Bennett. I shook his hand. I didn't pay for his autograph. Very nice woman. Got a picture with her. And then Saturday night, and then also at WrestleCon, I met one half of former WWE Tag Team Champions and former World Heavyweight Champion in 2011 WWE Hall of Famer, or 2012, 2012. I'm retired in 2011. 2012 WWE Hall of Famer Edge. Edge was really cool. I got to talk to him about. I told him I was surprised with Beth Phoenix, and he was her. I didn't really talk to him about his career. I mean, it just kind of, when you're meeting these guys, it kind of comes, at least for me, when I'm meeting them, I don't have a set. Some people have a set conversation that they're going to have in their head. I just kind of go when I go up there. And I said I was really shocked about how good Beth Phoenix's Hall of Fame induction speech was. And he was like, "I can't believe it." And I just thanked him for the career that he's had. My buddies, jokingly, I didn't go through with it. But Christian was also signing, and funny story is, my buddies were like, "You should pay the money to get his shoulder signed." If it was a little bit cheaper, I would have, but I'm not going to expose the price that it was. So, if you go to WrestleCon, you know that can be expensive. So, it was pretty expensive, and I wasn't going to pay just to get his shoulder signed. It would have been funny, would have been hilarious. But oh yeah, I also met. There's one more in here, I know that. At WrestleCon on Saturday, I met my dad. Oh, that's who it was. I met Kevin Nash, and I got my dad an autograph from him. So this is to my dad, to Royal. I haven't given it to him yet. I'm going to surprise him some point. I don't know when. I don't know if to give it to him now or wait till like Father's Day. That's like the next kind of thing I could give it to him. But I might just give it to him now. I got him to sign the encyclopedia. Yeah. And also there I met the Hardy Boys. Oh, I kind of screwed up here. And at Friday night, I went and got a VIP, and I met Shinsuke Nakamura. Can't really see his autograph right there because I got it in gold. There you go. Shinsuke couldn't have been nicer. Thank him for the great match that he had last year. He was very, very nice, very, cordial. Couldn't have been nicer. And yeah. Also on Saturday night, back to Saturday, I went to the Bruce Pritchard show. I didn't stay for the whole thing. Bruce Pritchard put on a live show. If you don't know, Bruce Pritchard now has a podcast, Something to Wrestle with Conrad Thompson. He's a wrestling fan, like me and you, and he sits there and grills him for 3 hours about shit that was back in the day, and he goes from Dave Meltzer's stuff, and basically Bruce says, "Fuck you, that didn't happen." Basically, it's pretty funny. Some things you can totally tell Bruce is lying on, but it's a great show, and the show I went to was good. I didn't stay for the whole thing because I thought it was going to be a sitting thing, and it really wasn't a sitting thing. It was like they put like 3 stools out for like people who really couldn't stand. But everybody should have had a seat for this show. That's the only thing that I was pissed about. But the show was great, funny, was laughing the whole time. Stories. Let's see, any stories I got from the weekend. I can't remember what night it was, but we were outside chilling of our hotel room, and this guy, and they had down there, if you were down there, or if you've never been to Orlando, like different cities have different things. Like Boston has the duck boats. They have, I think they have, different cities have different things, like weird things. And Orlando, and I'm sure other cities have them, but Orlando had these bicycle taxis. People actually riding this like a carriage, and then some dudes driving you around on a bicycle. I mean, this is dedication and making money. Pedaling a bike around Orlando, and I know people are like going long distances for these things. But this guy came up, and we were chilling out in the thing, and he comes up, and he's wearing an Owen Hart shirt, and he's like, "Enough is enough, and it's time for a change." The funny part was that, dude, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and this dude's screaming this. And I'm a loud person, but this guy was screaming at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sure there was people there that weren't there for WrestleMania and maybe had ticked them off. But me and my buddies thought it was hilarious. And we kept seeing him throughout the weekend, and we'd be like, "Enough is enough, and it's time for a change." We thought it was hilarious. But trying to think of any other funny stories. Oh. dumbass move of the weekend for me. During WrestleMania, I went to get a drink during the mixed tag match. Went to go get water because I really didn't care about the match. I mean, the feud building up, the stuff was good, but I went to get a drink. I stupidly left my friggin' ticket on my seat, so I couldn't get back in to the friggin' stadium. Pleaded my case, the guy wouldn't let me back in, so I had to go to the customer relations booth, and they gave me a hall pass so I could get back into the friggin' stadium. But to add to that is when I got there, I was in 106R, and when I got there, basically my friggin' seat was on the friggin', and a ton of other people's seats were on the ring post. But the ring post had the canopy thing that holds the canopy up, big old friggin' light post that holds the canopies up on each ring post. So, and then on top of that, if it wasn't for that, I might have stayed there. But then they decided to put a freaking camera friggin' tower as well right there. So we had the friggin' post that was holding up the friggin' canopy, the ring above the ring, and then you had that. The friggin', this tall friggin' camera friggin' thing. You've seen them on movies. The only thing I've seen can think of is the tower, like on Happy Gilmore. The one that falls and he has to putt around it because the regulations, you know, Shooter McGavin's like, no, I had to shoot it off Bigfoot's giant foot, or whatever the line was. But, so, a ton of people complained. I wasn't the only one. We got into a line, and I went with some guys, and we complained to the guy. Guy couldn't have been nicer. Guy was really cool. I will throw that out to him. Very cool guy. I know it's his job, but it's a very stressful job when you got 75,000, 74,000. I can't remember the official title, whatever. Right on the top of my head, I know it's 74,000. But a lot of people were going to this guy. This guy had a stressful job, and he was very cool to everybody. He's like, go back to your seats. We're working on it. It's a sold-out show. Even though there was sporadic seating around the stadium, you could totally tell. And so I watched the Shane match. I can't remember which matches I watched from my 106. But eventually, a couple matches into it, we went back to that guy, and he's like, meet me over there, and meet me in a section. So me and two other guys went to a section, and we said, you can either give us 3 separate seats, or if it's easier, so we meet up with the guy, and he's like, so what can I do for you? I got these seats. I can either give you each 1 ticket, and then we were like, well, if it's easier, you can give us, you know, we didn't know each other, but if it's easier, you can give us 3 seats together. So he gave us 3 seats, and he moved us to 120. It was 121 or 120, straight onto the freaking ring. So, yeah, and that's where I went to go get the drink of water. So I went back to my original seat, and those were on the floor, so I kind of walked back over to my seat, and so I watched so after that, I watched the Triple H match from my original seats, and then after the Triple H match, I wanted to watch the rest of it from straight on, because I didn't know if I could wander over there, so I kind of wandered over there, and I got back to my seats, and my guy was like, hey, you missed a Triple H match, because we'd been talking. He was an Undertaker guy, I'm a Triple H guy. Yeah, so that's my stories from WrestleMania. Monday night Raw, nothing really, good show. I came home on Tuesday morning, so I didn't go to SmackDown. Came home and freaking slept. Woke up like 20 minutes into SmackDown. Thankfully, I put it on the DVR. Merch pickups. Showed you my autographs. I really didn't get much. Like I said, I got the the encyclopedia. I got the new Triple H shirt, and I got the official Wrestlemania cup, which I'm using for water right now. Yeah. So Orlando was fun. I'm trying to think of any other stories that I haven't told. I think I've told them all. So yeah. Triple H Guy 2004. Peace.